Welcome to Fear-Free Friday with an awesome quote from Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, "You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop and look fear in the face." Think about your own life. Think about those times where you've stopped, looked fear right in the face, and told it to go away. What happened? It went away. Fear is just a bully. Fear is just a bully. And the only way to deal with bullies is to stand up to them. And they will run. They will run. They always run. That's just the way it is. So fear is a boogeyman in the life of every single writer. I don't know any writer who's ever written anything that anyone else would want to read who hasn't had to stare this fear in the face and realize that I actually can do this. I do have something really important to say. And I'm not going to let the infernal editor, that nonsensical idiot that sometimes lives inside my brain, to stop me. Don't let it stop you either. Whatever your fear is, it's not real. Understand that. Fear is not real. It's a construct of our own mind. It's a thing that we do to, I guess, how's a great way of putting this? Our unconscious mind, our ego, wants to keep us stuck in one spot because that one spot is actually what it believes is safety, whether that be physical, spiritual, emotional, psychological. Wherever you're sitting at right this second, that's the spot of safety, and it doesn't want you to move from that spot. But you can't learn, you can't grow, you can't become a better human being. You certainly can't write a book if you stay stuck in that comfortable spot. The comfort zone is where dreams go to die. That's one of my favorite lines. The comfort zone, your comfort zone, my comfort zone, that's the place where all of my dreams go to die. Yours too. So unmask your fear. Force it to reveal the growth opportunity that's hiding behind it. Because that's the truth. Fear is trying to protect you from this experience that it doesn't have the answers to. Well, of course it doesn't have the answers to it. It's a new experience, right? Joshua 1:9, one of my favorite verses ever for this, expresses a really awesome biblical approach to dealing with fear. "Have I not commanded you," the Lord says, "be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." That's pretty encouraging to me. I hope it is to you as well. I forget who said this. I haven't done the research myself, but I'm leaning, given what I have done, I'm leaning towards it being a fact. I forget who it was. They said that 365 times, one time for every single day of the year, somewhere in the Bible, God tells us to not be afraid. We're on our own on leap year apparently, but I figure we can survive anything for one day. We're told to not be afraid one time for every single day of the year. God doesn't want us living in fear of anything. He really doesn't. So face your fear. It's just a boogeyman. That's all he is. Eleanor Roosevelt's quote in Joshua 1:9 translates into a really potent strategy for embracing your courage in any given moment. Apply this to every single area of your life. Acknowledge your fear. Just acknowledge it. The simple act of acknowledging it sucks the power right out of it, sucks the life right out of it. So if you fear criticism, failure, or maybe you fear success, maybe you're afraid that your book might actually be successful and you actually help people. More likely you're afraid that someone's going to say something bad about your book and you're going to take that personally, or that you're somehow not going to be able to complete this. First of all of those thoughts are garbage. Just to know that. Acknowledging your fear is your very first step towards conquering it. Just as God says in Joshua 1:9. Truly is. Confront your fear. Face these things head on. If you have a voice in your head saying that, well, you can't do that, you're too dumb, you're too this, you're too that, you're whatever, just confront it. What is your body of evidence to prove the statement you just made? It doesn't have any. It's never had any. So, are you afraid of the blank page? Great. Sit down and write. The cure to the blank page is to fill it with words. And you can do this. Where's my 2-minute timer? Here it is. Grab a 2-minute timer from the dollar store. Tell yourself, I'm only going to write for 2 minutes. It's all I have to do. But every day I have to write for those 2 minutes. Start filling the page with words. That's it. And guess what? You'll fill a page with words. Won't even take you very long. So if you're afraid of rejection, take your completed manuscript and submit it somewhere for publication. Write an article, submit it to a newspaper, submit it to a magazine, submit it somewhere, and give someone else the opportunity to say yes. They can't say yes unless you give them the opportunity. You do whatever it takes to confront your fear, because every act of courage taken today empowers you to take a bigger act of courage tomorrow. That's what it's about, being more courageous tomorrow than I am today. And leverage your fear. Fear is a natural human emotion. It pops up at all kinds of different times for all kinds of different reasons. But understand this. When you refrain that fear as this thing that you're scared of and turn it into a stepping stone towards your success, everything becomes an opportunity. Whatever you're afraid of becomes an opportunity to prove the liar wrong, to take that step towards your own success. Every time you confront your fear, you gain more power, more strength, more courage, and more confidence. And it's just so easy. Just so easy. So by truly staring your fear in the face and making the conscious choice to push past it, because it is a choice. Living in fear is a choice. Refusing to live in fear is a choice. Always choose the refusal. Living in fear is just no way to live. It's just not. And God doesn't want us living in fear. If he wanted us to live in fear, he wouldn't say 365 times in the Bible, be not afraid. Right? Every time you push past it, you become stronger, braver, more self-assured, more confident, more secure in the knowledge that you are on the right path. Fear is just the stepping stone, one of the many stepping stones on your road to success on Publication Highway. Embrace it. Use it to your advantage every single day. Schedule your writing sessions. Show up. Write. Your published book is literally that simple. And I would also love for you to connect with me on social media. Please go to authorcoach.click/Christopher. Links to all of my social media accounts are there. One or two other things you may find interesting as well. But for today, that's it. Stare fear in the face whenever it shows up. Just do that. Stare in the face and then watch it scurry like the little cockroach that it is looking for darkness again. Because once you shine that light on it,